That's not on. All right, okay, we're back. Sorry. Apologies for a graphics driver crash. I really have to figure this issue out. But regardless now, we are ready. So without further ado, Vaunt, start the game. Sydney won. Party's closed. Let's just get right into it before we have to wait any longer. So please, let's see what happens between these two teams. Once again, Sus versus Newcomers, LPL, Valorant Amateur.
Could not start the game.
Yes. Huh? You can't start?
Nope, it says restart lobby. So...
Oh, yeah. Well,
this is cursed. I'm not gonna lie. Off to a great start for the stream.
Yeah. All good though. We will get this to work out.
Alright,
Okay. So while you basically get the players in, I'll talk briefly about these two teams. So as I mentioned earlier, somewhat, I have my prediction netted to be Newcomers to win this, just because they have ex-Overwatch pros, Jordan, 6-time Overwatch League MVP. I mean, like, that surely has to mean something. And also, looking at the other team as well, though, they are facing against stiff competition. Sus, currently #1 in the LPL Amateur League bracket. And their entire roster, Coco, Yes No, Haxty, Jellydeed, Quenshin, and Teku. High Immortal Valorant players, so obviously they are mechanically skilled, but can they play well as a team? That's the real question coming to this.
Yeah, these are every single player in this game is going to be a good player. This is the top of the amateur. These are the players that are fighting for the spot in evolution. These are the teams that can contend with, some of those tier 2, tier 3 teams at the top of amateur. And especially the quality of these players. You can't say enough about what some of these players have achieved. Like, as we said, so much for Newcomers, but we've seen some of these players, Quentin and Haxty, I think Teku and Jelly all did the Red Bull tournament at the start of the year. So, they've put their heads up around. They've been in and around the scene for a while now. Yeah. And this is their time to make their mark. Players like Jordan, the name is known, but is Coco Yes No the next Jordan? And this is where you find out.
All right, well, let's find out. Best of one. These two teams haven't lost a single game yet, by the way, in the entire LPL Amateur League bracket. So hopefully one team will lose tonight. Well, okay, once again, map 1, only a best of 1 will be ascent, and let's just load right into it to see what the agent pick bans are. Well, not pick bans, pick selects.
Pick selects. All right, we're loading in. We are good. Success this time. Digital, we've done it. Now, I don't know if you mentioned who is with us tonight. Have you mentioned that?
Well, you're obviously Vonti, I know that, but, I always say crash when I hand over camera controls when you load in.
Ah, see, I've done goofed you.
Yes, you have, briefly. Okay, well, walk me through these lineups, though.
I cannot see them. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, cursed. Okay, look, for the team of Newcomers, right, we are looking at... Okay, you know what?
I can see them now. I can see them now.
Okay, walk us through it.
Alright, so Newcomers, on the attack side, they're rocking with the double initiator, single duelist, so they've got the Sova Sky, so that flash information combo, and then the Killjoy Omen and Jet. So not opting towards that Astra, staying on that comfortable pick of the Omen. And then on the other side, we have something similar. So we've got that flash on the Phoenix instead of the Sky.
Yeah.
And then we are basically very similar comms. So the Astra instead of the Omen, there's the Jet, there's the Sova, there's the Killjoy. So it's staples of the map of Ascent. So Killjoy really good at locking down those positions. You put her somewhere you don't want them to go, and it becomes very difficult to navigate that space. So both teams opting for that. The Sova, I'm pretty sure it has a 96% pick rate on Ascent in terms of pro play in other regions.
Sounds about right.
And the teams that don't pick Sova are missing those opportunities for the wall bangs, especially in a map like Ascent, the information and all of those sorts of things. So yeah, Killjoy and Sova really staples on this map, and then filling in those gaps.
Okay, well, looking to be early map control pistol round for Newcomers at the very least. Maybe get an ult turbo too, but look at the hot contestation over towards A long, because Jet for Sus already out there getting backed up by, of course, Astra. Now, at these distances, the Frenzy looking to do a lot of damage. Engagement, here we go. Jordan, though, a bit too fast. 6-time MVP for a reason. There we go, a player down.
Yeah, that's that aim from Jordan, that mechanical control that he is known for, and that's, as you said, 6-time MVP. Jelly D getting a little bit overzealous there, had the Astra there to back him up, but wasn't quite enough in that situation there. But have a look now, that double up has just moved straight towards short.
Yeah, just trying to work around, because they've already lost a player on the defense, and the pistol round, you know, always very important. It guarantees that initial small momentum for any game. But now, just look how patient that newcomers are being. Finally, I do think the A split is going to be in action, and he doesn't check the corner fully! Coco has a free double kill and manages to escape with murder, gets a dink, but Quenchin's already there to back him up. The molly, oh no, he saves his life for a time, being Jordation now, may have to try saving things.
30 seconds left.
Illegal there. That corner not being fully checked by Xerxes has just put possibly the nail in the coffin in this pistol round. That right click from Quenchin gonna do so much damage onto Winter. That recon dart starts to reveal it out, but the retake's already starting. Coco, yes, no, gets the first one as he comes in from that heavy position.
Oh my god, Coco's gonna ace this.
Oh,
Jordation, okay. Mechanical control, I like that. But then he dashed in after that triple. So, okay, he did get taken down. Coco nearly on for the ace there, I won't lie. So, yeah, you called it, man. Early on, this is going to be one hell of a matchup. And we're already seeing a battle of, you know, the Titans on the pistol round.
Yeah, they're just... It felt like... I don't know if the stream heard it, but I made a comment that, you know, is Coco, yes, no, the next Jordation of Valorant.
Oh,
but,
look, mate.
You know, he's already stepped it up 4-1 here on that pistol round. That felt criminal.
But at the same time, look at Jordation. He managed to grab the ult orb, got a kill, and died as well. 1 point off of having the Blade Storm. So honestly, he could go for the ult orb now and just use it and give his team, like, you know, fighting chance, or at least ruin the bonus next round for Sus.
Yeah, he's going to try and fight for that one in A main. Astra's already there, using those stars to try and contest the control, but it has to fall away. Doesn't want to give away that gun advantage, doesn't want to give away that player advantage either, and just takes an L, but Sova's going to pick it up.
Okay. Interesting by Jordation, I suppose. But then again, they are on pistols, so I'm assuming he has the mindset that, look, I'm going to die this round, I have much armor to play with, so I might as well just give the ult orb to my Sova, and we can have more ultimates later on.
Yeah, playing for that longevity. So this second round here is difficult to win when you have 5 players. Going up against these Spectres and the way that they currently are, this run and gun meta, with the Spectres specifically, it's hard to get around that with a gun like a Classic or a Sheriff, because, you know, it is that tap sort of precision, and when they're strafing left and right, it can be difficult to make anything work with it. And have a look at Haxty's setup here. He's got the turret and nanos ready for this D-play. It looks like it's coming in now.
Okay, good initial spray through. I think he did some damage, but Teku's already arrived now with the Ares distance. That's an easy spray down. Jordation's gone. A double. Teku just firing shots down range. Quadra. Everyone falls. Brock left, right. Good night.
So that is the second round where someone has gotten a quad and then Quenchin has stolen the ace. It's the second round in a row.
Dear. So, Quenchin, it's actually a good thing that you paid attention to that, because I certainly didn't realize. But at the same time, you know, to focus more on things right now, Teku and Coco, they're not that far from their respective ultimates. Haxty's the only one who hasn't really had any impact early on. Granted, he has had util, but no charges just yet. But now, a proper buy coming out from newcomers, with the exception of Jordation, sticking to pistols and the Blade Storm.
Yeah, it's fairly common to see a Killjoy not being contested on those first 2 rounds, but it looks like this is going to be a change of pace that puts them straight into the Killjoy's utility. Double nanos towards that short position with the alarm bot there, or just a single nano, I apologize. And that turret towards Heaven's going to give them early information, and they've already got 3 players stacked here.
Yeah, Haxty, he's rotated off of B, playing his Killjoy util over towards A this time, and Jordation dashes right on, clearing space for his team. Haxty, playing smart, just waiting for his place to come through for the retake.
Yeah, and the retake isn't going to start until this bomb starts to go down. So probably we're going to see a Sova dart to start this one off. Here comes that Nano Swarm. Jordation's already firing towards this Heaven position. Gets a little bit of spam. Gets the first one off Jelly D there. Got a couple more knives through that smoke, but Quenchin gets the first one.
Yeah, Quenchin, that curveball actually was pretty good timing, and Jordation, you know, I thought it was going to go huge there. Unfortunately, one and done, but now the retake is coming through. No players actually for the attack side are actually on site, so this post-spawn, it's going to have to be pretty steady using gunfire, really. They've already lost the players to rifles, and the Sky, 1 bullet from death. Sus, they have retaken site, trying to tap the spike a little bit, but that's a pretty good plant spot. Flameball comes up, and Quenchin tries to go for a kill. Winter, nice recoil control, and it's a clean sweep, losing only to Jordation. No gun lost as well.
That felt scary there, because the Killjoy and Sky had about 6 HP combined, but they managed to get off that site, play the information, play the util, and play around what Sus Nation was trying to do for that retake. And there we go, first round in favor of newcomers, so 2-1 now first gun round in the bag.
Yeah, 2-1, and you know, I mentioned earlier that it really benefits their economy, just letting Jordan get onto site first to do some damage and dying, because he doesn't lose that 2.9k investment. So the economy overall for newcomers is going to be really balanced throughout the entire team. So if anything, I really like what's happening. But Jelly D, the $5,000 operator, invested over towards mid, and Jordan just baiting him to pull out a shot, I think.
Yeah, Jelly D with good trigger discipline there. I feel like he might have been able to get a shot off, so Jordan possibly escaping with his life there.
Yeah.
No shots exchanged until just now. That Trailblazer is going to be taken out by Astra on backside. And here come the stars. She's feeling like she's going to be pressured here. There goes both shocks in that back corner. They know no one's there, so they can focus all of their attention to A main.
Now, would you rather prefer seeing the Trailblazer go to Wine to clear it, or rather just to have the shock darts instead? Because I feel using two shock darts to clear Wine, you don't have any lineups left for post plant.
Yeah, there's different ways you can do it. So the way that Sky's flashes work, even that's a $100 investment. You still have 2 more, and you know if someone's in that corner because of the way that the flashes work, because they're a little bit janky sometimes. But that gives you the information on something that can be used again. And there we go. There's that flash coming in.
So many targets for him to shoot, and he just didn't know who to aim at. Jordan takes him down. But Quentin through the smoke. What a whip, man! He hit him blind as well. Not like that. You hype the guy up. That's just disgusting. Now Teko and Haxty 2v4, make it a 1v4. Haxty, last player left. I think a save has to be in order. Although it's a great start, he takes down Exerst. But look, 55 HP, limited util to play with now. This round has been lost.
Oh, I felt that on a deep level. Oh, we've all been there. As much as that's so painful to watch, every single player knows what that feels like. You've got 2 free kills. You whiff the first one, you go, okay, stuff that, I'm going to the second.
And he whiffed as well.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work out for in Quench's favor there, but there we go. This is the second round in the bag for newcomers, and this is gonna put Susnation onto an eco here. So in this next round,
why do you keep calling them Susnation? The team name's literally Sus. Where does Susnation come into this?
I didn't realize that their team was just called Sus, because every time I've spoken to them, they refer to themselves as Sus Nation.
Oh, great. Well, now you know it's just us. I was pretty confused initially. Okay, well, look, to come back into this, right? Like, I'm hoping that it won't really tilt Sus too much on that retake. Granted, I felt that perhaps they were getting a little bit ahead of themselves, especially Quentin there. No teammates were close to him, and they didn't have any utils set up. I think Quentin, he really used his curveball to go for a hero play. Unfortunately, he just stumbled pretty largely there, and nothing really came out of it. And also, just a fun fact, Crash always says, guys, don't whiff on stream, because I'll always catch it. And he's still true to his word. Eco now for Sus.
A famous thing from Crash's words, and he always does it, and that's the incredible part. First contact there. I think an important thing to note is that Phantom is now back in the hands of Quentin. He does some great damage with an early deep there onto Sova, going to be healed off straight away. So that's going to leave Sky with only 10 heal left. But yeah, putting Sova back onto a lot of health is the most important thing.
Seriously though, Sky, I think... Sage, she has strong utility, but at the same time, Sky, she has such a strong place in this current meta. Just how diverse her kit is, I think it benefits the team perhaps more than anyone else, especially on Ascent. Look, a drone, we'll get a clear corner. Haxty with the shorty, he's in the rough spot now. Oh, look, a little bit of damage, and we'll get taken down instantly. That Guardian Light though was a bit of a team flash, but Jelly D at that distance, he had to land the headshot, goes down to Jordan, side's been taken. And look, it looks to be a pretty decently easy post plant. Jordan going even further. Okay, that's a whip now. That's a whip. He had a free kill there. Exerst is in it back up. Okay, he confirms the double. Quentin, 1v3 now. Another curveball. He whips it again! Oh, dearie me. And Sus, they're down by 2.
Oh, someone get this man a drink. He's gonna need it after that one. Oh, that overextension from Jordan was punished, but Exerst there on that trade. Just the upgraded weaponry there, you can't do much in that position. Exerst perfectly positioned to trade out Jordan, and then the rest of that round was history. So a full buy back in the hands of Sus, not Sus Nation. Thank you for pointing that out, Digital. And I think they need to try something a little bit different with this A main control here. What they've been getting from this position is just a waste of stars so far. So look at this. Yeah, early contest here. And here's that flash I was talking about, but that doesn't reveal all of the information. So it's, you know, they still need to clear this back corner.
But then again, there's the Trailblazer now. Okay, it does get popped, but this should, I think, maybe just still insist that Jelly D is in the corner, because why would the player towards A main pop it when it's still going over towards Wine? So maybe it's just a deeper level of mind games. And now, one drone's gone, you have the Owl drone to clear things, and once again, probably gonna get popped. Good job by Coco, just to keep Jelly D hidden for a second longer. Now this is shot dust, Jelly D has the peek, great initial kill, dashes to safety. That's a control, and that's strong contestion.
Yeah, after all that, so you've got to keep in mind that that's a Sky Flash, a Sky Dog, a Sova drone, and a Sova shock dart all used from that position, and all they got was a dead player.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know, that A main control, as I said at the start of the round, they rethought it, they put a player into Wine, and they got that pick, and it's worked really well for them here. But this B main finish is what got them last round, and that's where they're moving again, Digital.
You know, in the previous round as well, on the anti-eco, I think maybe that newcomers have used a few too many ultimates, especially the Seekers. I mean, it's nice to use it, and I think this guy is already 4 out of 6 charges, maybe 5 out of 6 now, assuming they got the orb. So once again, the B-side take looks to be strong. Signature Jet goes over, closes the door, and Haxi got something to just hold on for the time being. Although Teku choosing the right time to strike. He's getting one kill with defenders. Indeed, they're working on.
10 seconds left.
There we go. That Phoenix ult there gets the first kill and goes straight back. So he's ready for this retake. 5 versus 2 right now. Exert's gonna get mollied out of position. Gets the first one. Gets the second one on Quenchen. Quenchen post-mortem gets him with that hot hand. But here we go. 1 versus 3. Matty on backside. Gets the first one to Teku. Haxi's gonna swing. But Coco's there with that trade.
God, that was almost filthy there. I'm pretty sure that was maybe a 3v5, a 2v5 at that point. Huge play.
Yeah,
earlier by Sky, but unfortunately, oh man, it came really close there, but then a 2v1, and in that situation, I think it was Coco and his teammate knew exactly what to do, just to play the double up angle and keep spraying bullets. Eventually, it was the last player, Matty, I think, had to run out, and then that was the end of him. So this is a really closely contested game, 3v3, and I like how the ultimates are being used. The defenders, off of that Cosmic Divide, they ran straight onto the sites, zero fear, and that retake was swift.
Yeah, straight away. That Cosmic Divide is obviously practiced in there for a reason, so it gives them that control so that they don't have to fight B main. But speaking of mains, A main is heavily contested. 4 ults here, including the Seekers and Hunter's Fury. So Haxi's gonna have to go huge for his team now because he's fully committed to this side. Here we go, the Seekers come in, which signifies the push with it. There is that blinding light, and the Hunter's Fury coming in as well. Coco, yes, no, gets tagged by that one, but manages to dodge out the rest of them. Solstices his way to safety.
Okay, Quenchen. Well, in fact, Sus as a whole, they're just waiting for more teammates to come on for this retake. They have the Hunter's Fury as well. Although, great job by Haxty just lying in wait. Let's get tagged briefly. Good for a second. That's a small whip there. And just the overall firefight on site. Coco still looking for more at this point. Interesting smoke by Jordation there. A bit of a distraction, I'll assume. But now Winter, 1-on-2, the last attacker standing. And Sus, all they have to do is play the spike.
Play the spike here. Winter has the lockdown and a turret to work with here, so it's definitely doable. But he needs to go for this play here. He needs to try and get something done and put it into a 1 versus 1. That's exactly what he's doing here. But this double up could put a pin in his plans, not pants, and it will. Teku gets that one onto Winter and puts it as a 4th round for Sus.
Yeah, look, I want to say that I think newcomers, they had a really good run earlier on. The momentum was there, 3 rounds back-to-back, and they looked very strong. But now Sus, the instant quick adaptation, and newcomers, they're starting to stumble just a little bit. The A-side take, brute force, just wasn't quite working out. They were getting traded back and forth, and finally, I think, perhaps Sus decides to warm up and not, you know, whip those big shots anymore. Once again, Jelly D now, the operator's back online, Jordation with the blades, Exerst, I'm hoping he can blind the operator.
Yeah, still 3 ults on the side of newcomers here. So they only use that Seekers in the last round, so they've still got room to work with here. This lockdown and this I can't think of it, but the Omen teleport
from the shadows.
Can give them from the shadows can give them a lot of room to work with. But it looks like Sus is already ready for this one. Unless the rotation comes in, they're walking into a 3-person stack who can all actively avoid this lockdown and still fight the A main.
Yeah, they have util. Okay, that's a really long distance paranoia. Oh my god. Jordation though, once again, Signature Jet worked his way onto the site. One player has been detained over towards short. As you can see, the Astro running to safety. Jordation, okay, clears hell. And looking to be another 5-on-5 post plant. This is going to get really brutal.
Yeah, that recon could wreak some havoc there, and exactly what it does, but Coco is wreaking even more. And Quenchen with another one of his own. This retake is on now, 3 versus 5. Winter on this short position. could cause some damage in the late round and does so straight away. But Teku gets one onto Exerst there, and Brock stuck in main. They know Killjoy's short.
Winter.
Side info, and Winter gets taken out by Teku, and Brock 1 versus 4. Can't get anything done. Teku with the
Triple, yeah. Look, the Phantom as well, Teku towards the end there. This is why I've been using the Phantom a lot more now recently, because just the extra bullets and the higher fire rate, it does come in amazingly clutch when you sort of least expect it. And as you can see, Exerst earlier, he demonstrated the power of that rifle. But now, okay, 3 rounds back-to-back for Sus. Their economy, however, still not entirely strong. They have built something up, but it's not amazing just yet. Haxty now, he has the Killjoy lockdown to perhaps go for a retake. And thus far, you know, Sus has demonstrated, if they can't manage to fight for side control, their retakes are pretty good.
Oh, that drone there gets the tag onto Jelly and forces him into a more passive position, but the shock dart just narrowly misses on Winter there, and he dodges it again. There we go. Does narrowly miss, and we do see Newcomers just slow this one right down. Not even fighting for this A main orb like they have been. The Sova moving more towards this mid-lane position, and it worked quite well because that fake nebula cloud thing from Astra. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Nebula.
Nebula. I did get it right. Put Jelly D in a position where if someone swung into that smoke, he could have got a free pick here. But speaking of free picks, Jelly's just sitting up on the short position here, waiting.
Ooh, does the Skybird actually tell you when someone got flashed, despite them dodging it though? That's what I want to know. I know that it does, great.
It does. So if it pops behind your back, it still gives a notification to the sky that something has bloomed there. And there we go. This fight towards mid takes a little bit of a pause, but this crossfire here could prove to be absolutely amazing for Sus.
Not just the crossfire, this backup as well. There's 3 players contesting all this this mid section. I don't really think that, dearie me, Newcomers should really go any further as Haxty first time takes down Exerst. Jelly D, 50 cal to the head. Jordasian's gone. 1 by 1, Newcomers, the bleeding players. Now, they've lost the duelist, and they've lost basically their flashes. 1 by 1, they are falling. 10 seconds left. This round surely cannot be won anymore.
Yeah, this round feels over here, but Brock's still going to try for damage here. Gets that kill onto Coco. Jelly D dashes out and gets the kill onto Brock. Winter is left in mid, and if he pushes a little bit further into CT, he might get a nasty surprise. But Haxty, no. Playing the economy game here. You mentioned at the start of the round that their money was dwindling a little bit, and him keeping that weapon here is perfect for them.
Yeah, you know, I take it back. Sus, they've absolutely built up some more bank now to play with, and a few players having their ultimates ready. Coco, Cosmic Divide again, it's almost online. Quenching the runner back as well. Phoenix, one of the more impactful ultimates at least. In fact, a lot of the ultimates for both lineups are seriously impactful. You have the Hunter's Fury, and you already have the Cosmic Divide, the runner back, and the Killjoy Lockdown. So this defensive setup, at least the composition, it's really strong for Sus, and now it's going to be, for the first time, a bit of a bad buy coming out for Newcomers. And not default, looking to brute force A again. I can't help but feel that Sus has them read like a book.
Yeah, Sus here, 3 players on this side again, and the operator towards heaven. So this recon dart's gonna push Jelly D back into the smoke, but here we go. The side take's coming in now. Jelly D gonna miss that first shot, but Coco, yes, no, gets one of his own from this short position. Quenching has the runner back and is ready on that short position. Can't quite get this one onto Winter, but Winter gets him in the toes.
Yeah, that's brutal. Quenching, I think it was once again, going for a hero play there, and it just didn't really pay off. If he missed the first few shots, he really had to stay alive, because that ultimate's so impactful to combine with either the Cosmic Divide or the Killjoy Lockdown for the post plant. And now, okay, defensive utils coming through. That's a bounce! Oh, wow! I haven't seen that one before. Beautiful. And the Killjoy Lockdown, this will force the attackers offside. Although Matsy, I can't help but feel they sort of may read this. It doesn't really matter as his teammates are dying on site. Yeah, Matsy's by himself now. Ultimate's been used. 1v3, not gonna happen.
Yeah, Matsy stuck between a rock and a bullet there as he does get put into the ground by Haxty. And that's 7 rounds on the defensive side for Sus. So if they defuse this bomb, there we go. Just putting that ultimate onto Jelly D, getting in the knives. Haxty a little bit too far away from that ult. So there's only 2 rounds left in, 2? Yes, 2 rounds left in this half from this point. So you're not looking at another lockdown being super possible. So, you know, having that cognizant ability to recognize that and put it onto Jelly D so he can get those knives online while he's working with the op is just the smartest play you can do in that situation.
Yeah, and also because there's only really 2 more rounds left in the first half, so there's really no point in giving it to anyone else. Haxty, he's so far away from the lockdown. He's got to go absolutely enormous later on if he wants it again in the first half. And besides, his job hasn't really been, you know, going for those early on engagements. All he has to do is hold his util and support his team. Teku, once again, Odin spam, and actually damage Winter very heavily. Already the heal from Xera is going to have to be exhausted. Numbers still even, and not much intel has been taken really anywhere on map.
Yeah, Winter's not going to be happy about that one there. Tag down to 97. He's going to be glad he's still alive, as this site take is going to require all of the players. Shock darts coming in, landing on Teku's head, but here we go. Jelly D is flashed off the angle, not going to be able to get anything done here. Here we go. This Odin on site's going to have to go absolutely huge here. Quenching gets pushed back by the Seeker. Here they go. Odin,
oh, there we go.
Teku
indeed, the wallbang. He does manage to take one down, but now he's sneaking around. I'm sure the players know sort of where he is. They're being aware though, not the double spray down. Teku, that's just escaping with murder. Quenching has to run it back on top. There's no defenders dead just yet. And now for newcomers. Oh, dearie me. This is going to have to be a really tall order.
There we go. Quenching not whiffing that one. A fully blind kill. Jelly D there for the trade, and that's 8 rounds. This is scary for newcomers now.
Last round.
Okay, I sort of take it back. I wasn't actually expecting this. Newcomers on paper, at least, they seem to be decently strong, you know, to come into this. The first and second in the amateur bracket. But we are seeing Sus just really roll all over newcomers. Just their teamwork, their coordination is better. And if anything, I have to say that I think newcomers, at least on the attack, they are playing a little bit too aggressive, and they were getting picked up one at a time. And it's actually the retakes and playing the buddy system for Sus that's working out so well coming into this. As you can see, the Jordacia got one over towards market, instantly gets traded out. No chance for him to make a huge play. But now, newcomers, okay, Ultimate's heavy util invested over towards A. If B didn't work, go back to A, and newcomers, I mean Sus, no intention to challenge at all. Teku, saving Hunter's Fury even. Once again, another 5-on-5 post plants. Although Jelly, he could do some damage here over towards mid. Wow.
Jelly gets 1 and then 2 in that mid position, locking down that short play late in the round. But here we go, 3 versus 5. Quenching popping that runner back early. The curveball does go out. He's gonna get blinded by the paranoia. Teku gets 1 actually into hell. And Exertus with 1 there. We know he's been dangerous with that Phantom, but can only get 2 before Coco trades him out. Pops that wall, not quite needed, and that's 9 rounds on the defensive half.
You know, at every single turn right now, newcomers, they seem to be getting shut down by Sus. Just the retake gets better, and even earlier on, I think a player under help, he got wallbanged by Teku, and I will admit though, Matzy with the paranoia, it was perfectly timed to really buy some more time on the runner back from Quenching, but unfortunately, they just couldn't get the trades to come through time and time again. That's just the whole crux of the story. And now 9-3 coming into this second half. There's definitely been better scorelines. Sides aren't switched now, so I'm hoping that newcomers, they can turn it on the defense.
Newcomers' attack there felt a little bit one-dimensional, and it felt like Sus had just figured them out. They knew, okay, we win these retakes. They are committing to the site. If we fall back, we play as a team, we win these rounds, and that's exactly what they get done. So hopefully for newcomers, they can bring a little bit of something more into this defensive side, and you know, maybe take that aggression to them on the defense and see how it works for them.
Small thing as well, earlier on, you saw the Hunter's Fury being saved, and instead of, you know, instantly shooting off the Killjoy lockdown, they saved it for a retake because there were no other team players basically on site or close, so there's no point in using the ultimate early just to counter another one. And early on there, you saw Jelly D with his teammates, they just leapt onto the A-long wall instantaneously, so they know at least there are players for Sus outside A-long, and one by one, they've gotten B control, they've gotten A-long control, mid sorta as well, looking to group up over towards this A-split though.
Yeah, this Killjoy's positioning towards top mid is a little bit unique, but the turret definitely serves its purpose there, and I imagine the alarm bot would be there for the late round, so it's looking like an A hit being committed here just from the Killjoy information alone here, but they're going to be walking into a jet on that close corner, but she's not going to be happy about this. Drone completely clearing out of position. Jordacia, we know he can go so well on these pistol rounds. We need him to go huge here.
Good damage, but now short contention as well. Quenching gets 1. Matzy, between rock and a hard place. Quenching gets a double. goodness gracious. Sus, they're storming over the site now. Finally, Brock with the wallbang takes down one. Winston chimes and takes care of Coco the lurker. So the defense is now 3-on-3, and the health pool is favoring the defense. Quentin, good blind, but however, whips the kill. Exerts Theory Me gets that now. Blinding Light to come through. This retake is still very much possible. There are plenty of time to play within Haxty. A semi-crossfire of sorts with his teammate, looking the wrong way, and Winter to clean up. Okay, interesting pistol round there, but now this does put newcomers back into the game.
Yeah, this pistol round here, guarantee they get the 4th round here, and a probable 5th round unless we can see Sus pull something out of the bag here. But yeah, expecting the 5th round. And potentially, if they get that bonus, they're on 6. And, you know, then it's a winnable game. You're 3 rounds away, and it becomes so much easier to call that one back. We're going to need to see Matzy put up some more numbers on this defensive side. I think Matzy and Brock need to start catching up to their other teammates. You know, they're definitely doing their roles. In Matzy, the smokes are always there. The paranoias have been fantastic. And the recon darts hitting all their marks. 8 assists right now for Brock. We need to see them have a little bit more fragging power if newcomers want to take this.
Plus, you know, it's just the fact that Omen he's really fallen out of meta ever since Astra got introduced, and just once again her kit very diverse, and there's so much they can do with it to combat with other agents. And I just hate to say this, but I don't really think that newcomers are really experimenting with Astra and playing more perhaps stock standard. Although Matzy now in the smoke, he's on 1 kill, and he's looking to perhaps double or even triple it at this point. Jelly D and Teku, the duo system. Matzy, shoulder got exposed, he has to go for 1, gets a dink, but now he's getting swarmed. Good for 1, good for 2, triple his kills, looks like a quad. Jordation's there to save him. And now, 1 by 1, Sus, they are falling, but Quentin finally does strike back, and he's the last player standing.
Yeah, that drone's going to reveal him, put him into a really tough situation here, but we know what the Frenzy can do, but Brock Spectre is just too powerful in that situation. And then we go 5 round side of the newcomers.
Okay. All things considered, you know, they lost 1 player there, so this bonus round obviously very much playable. The only question is Exerst. Yeah, he's gonna have to play with a cheaper gun and leaving Brock to play with only the Ghost. A full buy to come through from Sus. Quentin as well. Run it back already available. The question is, does he pop it this round?
Yeah, that running back could be absolutely instrumental in getting this 10th round for the side of Sus. And look, this A take looks like it could be coming in hard and fast. They know it they're against the worst weapons here, so they really want to go for this one.
Nice shock dart, actually. It didn't really do a lot of damage, but I like the thought of it. Teku was already taking A-long control until they can get spotted out. Okay, he's going to have to fall back, but the defenders, no one's rotating over just yet. They're not fully convinced. Killed you, as you can see, for Sus. Still lurking over towards mid, but this 4-player stack over towards A, and Quentin, surely the runner back is going to get popped at this point.
Yeah, going to clear out this copy position. That's another way to clear it out. You know, face checking it. We didn't even talk about that when we were talking about how they needed to clear it out. But here we go. Sus putting it out.
Oh.
Run it back. Gets committed. Doesn't quite get anything done. Jelly D's already deep in backside though. These worst weapons. In these close positions, these Spectres can do so much damage. The Marshal might find it tricky, but if the Spectres can start hitting their marks, this retake can turn into a 1 round. Here we go.
Well, look, you were saying the Marshal was tricky, but actually the running back shutdown was by Jordation, single shot to the head. Now, I do think that the defense, they can do damage at this point. They don't really have to try to commit to the retake. Haxty, the lurk does pay off, takes down Winter. So now for newcomers, they've lost 1 player, and they still look pretty insistent, actually, to attempt the retake, do some damage. But, okay, 1-for-1 trade. And now things are slowing down just a little bit, and 1 by 1, newcomers are dropping. Finally, they all fall, and Sus losing only 1 rifle in the process. This is looking really good for them going to the next round.
Yeah, there might have even been 1 kill for each player there. I'm not entirely sure if Jelly got 1, but yeah, towards that end of the round, we saw Haxty, Quen, Koku, and Teku each get 1. You know, getting their own players. You know, as in the wonderful worlds of Hiko, I got mine.
I have no idea what you're quoting there. I'll be honest, I don't know the context. But to add on to that, yes, indeed, as long as all the players are going to get a kill here or there on a semi-anti-eco, just against the bonus buy, they are charging up their ultimates as we speak. Jelly now, look, he doesn't have to buy a rifle. The blades have been initiated. Jordation, once again, taking a page of Jelly's playbook, operator this early on, it has to pay off.
Yeah, it misses that first shot onto that mid-lane position and is forced away from it. You don't want to overcommit with that operator and put it in the hands of Jelly, who's already on the knives here. So he plays it safe. And look at this three-person sack towards short here. Newcomers are feeling quite pressured on this A position and want to play together for these trades.
You know, I don't actually think that they cleared wine at all. Quote me if I'm wrong though, but look, they didn't really use any intel, so they are confident, and they are right. We're perfect intel, they don't. Nice flash come through and clinch it. Yep, that's how you play for the flash. Although the 1-for-1 trade, it's Jelly D really stepping up there, but now he's caught between rock and a hard place. Matsy takes him down. So far this round looking pretty good. The spike is going to have to get ferried over towards B as Winter makes a call.
Yeah, Winters, if he gets some damage here, this is the round done and dusted. Haxty and Coco both fighting this one. Teku on his way here, 3 versus 4. This next kill could decide the round. Yeah, look at this position for Coco. There's no way Jordan's ready for that, but he is and just gets that shot. Winter gets another one onto Teku, puts it all on the back of Haxty, and Killjoy in a 1 versus 4. Can't get it done. Brock to get one of his own, and there we go. 6 rounds, 4 rounds the difference.
It was really unfortunate there, Haxty, the final player. His shoulder was just briefly exposed, and Teku, I would like to say he had the slight peak as advantage, and look, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, now, Newcomers, they're 4 behind. They have a stronger buy coming. Well, okay, I take it back. Both teams, they can't fully afford. But the thing about Sus is their economy teetering at the edge of collapse. So as long as Newcomers wins this round, this is easily an almost tie game in the process. Let's hope it comes to that though. Winter has the Killjoy lockdown to take a sight.
Yeah, this round and then the one that comes after it on the eco puts it in such a better position, not only for your mentality, but for your economy and your round. Obviously, 2 rounds the difference when they win, if they win these next 2, I should say.
Oh.
But Quenchen makes an argument, says that's it. You don't get these rounds. Coco gets the kill, pardon me. But Quenchen with that absolutely huge dink on top mid there.
That was so good. Because Jordation, they knew perhaps he'll be operating over towards mid, and that double swing from 2 separate angles, one over towards top mid and one from down low. Jordation just tunnel vision. He couldn't have seen the player over towards low, and that's how he got taken down. That's a great play. Now the operator is gone, no jet to deal with, and the defenders, they're already down a player, and players going to be juggled around. Matsy's gone now, no smokes on the retake, and his B-side take, it's all down to the lone Killjoy to hold it off.
Yeah, Matsy really struggling in that round, but Quenchen gets another huge important amount of damage and then a kill for himself there as well. So 2 versus 5 retake. We said how important it was for Newcomers to win this, but Jelly D just absolutely slaps that final hit on the hammer, and Exerce is gonna have to go absolutely massive. Gets the first one there onto Jelly D. This is winnable now. Has the Seekers, needs to get another one.
Yeah, but look, 1v4, you know, he has no flashes left to play with. I don't really think he should even attempt this. Just hold onto that rifle going to the next round, because at this rate, I really don't see him getting more than 1 kill before being traded out. Okay, Coco spots him out. He doesn't confirm the kill. Nice wallbang though. Just a second. He's a phantom demon. But look, okay. 2, and then he goes down. That's actually pretty good. He escapes, and that's a lot of damage done as well. So Exura single-handedly made it expensive for Sus that round. And look at the buy. They're going to have to juggle between half armor and maybe a rifle from someone else. Once again, their economy still very weak.
Yeah, Jelly D can definitely get a gun into this round, whether it's dropped across by Haxty or if he goes for that light armor and sells the smoke. There we go. Drops across by Haxty. 5 guns in the game. Teku decides to go for that Guardian, feeling confident in his taps. Top fragger right now for Sus, so can definitely do it. But the economy right now is looking pretty even. The winner of this next round could guarantee 2 for themselves.
Fortunately, though, right now for Newcomers, they have 3 ultimates to play with. The From the Shadows TP, maybe for intel, I don't really see it being used quite often for a rotation. And also that's why Omen, you know, just fell out of the meta just a little bit, because his utility, the paranoia is strong, the smokes are good, but aside from that, like, what else does this kit really offer towards a team compared to, say, Astra? Kills your lockdown, though, on both sides, but there is only 1 Hunter's Fury on the attack side for Sus to counter the one on defense.
Taking that back.
Yeah, just touching on what you were saying with Omen there, his movement abilities, you see characters with movement being so important for taking those initial engagements, so players like Raze, players like Jet who can clear that distance. Omen has that brief period of time where he just can't move after he uses that teleport. So it becomes a liability, but here we go. This attack onto the B side coming in strong here from Sus, which is going to try and get out, but Quenchen's sharp on it. He used up all of his whiff tokens at the start of the game, and it's looking scary now for Newcomers as Sus take the entire side.
Can we actually see if the Omen Matsy had any smokes? Because I feel like a smoke would have been huge there to bail out Winter, otherwise he would have been caught. Maybe a Killjoy lockdown backside, just to, you know, do a counter lockdown. But okay, look, Spike's down now. Defense is still down a player. Seekers have been deployed, but I don't really think it's good for much. You know this player's on site already. It's B main actually you have to clear it as Jordation gets taken down by 1. The defense is steering me. The last 3 coming from main here. They go down. Rock, and there's a liability you're talking about, but Matty does actually make a kill out of it. Can't get any more. Match point now for Sus.
Yes, Sus coming into that round strong. Haxi using that lockdown. They take the space, they take the round now, and they're looking to take the game convincingly here as a 13-6, because if you have a look at this buy from Newcomers, it is not great.
No, it's absolutely bloody terrible. A stinger maybe on Brock, everyone else, like what more can you really afford aside from full armor? Okay, a Spectre, that's their best gun going into this. Well, Jordation still has the Blade Storms though, and they still have 3 ultimates, soon to be 4 with Brock's Hunter's Fury, and they have to win this round. They are going to need a miracle to pull this off, by the way. Oh, but dearie me, let's see how this folds out.
Yeah, a miracle potentially in the form of an A stack when there's an A rush coming in could be exactly what they need to get done. Exert feeling brave, but Jelly D says, you know what we do to people that are feeling brave? We make them feel grave as he puts him into the ground, puts it into a 4-5 here.
Jelly D hits a chick underneath, and Brock doesn't confirm the kill. No, Jelly turns back around and punishes him. Jordation threw his smoke. I think they saw the barrel or something. Hit the Blade Storms, and now it's all gone to waste. Oh no, 2v5. There's a Killjoy lockdown, and they are going to have to go huge here. Okay, no Killjoy lockdown anymore. Pistol to play with. I think this is it.
Yeah, this feels like it's all said and done here. Jelly D with the knives on this head position. This angle is absolutely terrible if you're trying to clear it. Winter gets it done though. He gets the first one onto Jelly, but there we go. Quenchen, as we said, gets rid of all of those whiff tokens, and there we go. 13-6 for Sus.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, as much as I hate to say this, tonight, it wasn't really a matter of, like, say, strategy or anything. It was simply the fact that Sus, they played better as a team. There's nothing else I can say about it. Looking at the scoreboard here, 13-6, that's a pretty convincing scoreline. They played better as a team in total, and just a strategy, I think, it was just slightly deeper, despite really, I wasn't really feeling any specific lineups or anything. It was just the teamwork in general, and so I'm sounding like a broken record, but that's what I saw.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it just came down to the fact that Sus were adapting to these rounds better than we saw Newcomers doing. Newcomers had a very blanket strategy when it came to attack here, but there we go. Quenchen from the winning side. Sus joins us in the call.
All right, okay, you'll have to turn your volume up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, Quenchen, man, welcome. And now, 13-6, how do you feel about that scoreline? You have to be happy about it.
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We did throw some rounds, but overall, we're pretty confident in ourselves, and we came through.
You did, absolutely. So, did you really feel like pressured at all in this best of 1? Because from what I saw, the teamwork, it really shone through, and you guys adapted early on against perhaps the aggression of Newcomers.
Yeah, of course it's going to be a little bit of pressure because we're top 1 and 2 team in LPL, but we're pretty confident. We're scoring proper times. Our team chemistry goes well. We get our strats down. We just keep doing what we're doing in scrims, and it worked out.
Look, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it felt like the errors that you guys were making were individual and not as team, and that's something that's really promising to see from an amateur team about yourselves. So, do you guys feel like you are starting to be able to take some of those Evo teams and potentially some of those Legends teams, or where do you think you stack up?
I think I'm pretty confident in my teammates, the individual skills, and since we're just a fresh team, we need to scrim more and gain more experience in officials, of course, but for Evo and Legends, I'm pretty confident when we get our team strats down, we can compete with the top teams up there.
Yeah. It does look promising, and definitely the performance I saw tonight's Evo worthy. Granted, a few of you players early on, especially you, man, that curveball play, going for a hero play on the retake there, and you blinded 2 players, you whiffed both, and how did you feel after that?
To be honest, I don't really I don't remember what you were saying, but...
Oh, sorry. You, I stumbled a little bit there. So basically, they took site and you went for a bit of a hero play. You curveballed out and you saw 2 players who were flashed and you whiffed both.
It's just... Whiff happens, and
yeah,
as long as I just keep my momentum up and, believe in what my team's doing.
Yeah.
You know, individual mistakes won't count.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a long run.
it all comes down to a positive mental attitude. So
Yeah.
how were the bombs for you guys?
We're all excited to play against the second team, and we're pretty confident, and it's shown in our gameplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Looking to be pretty one-sided, man. Okay, now look, last few questions. MVP, who was it?
MVP, who is it?
Yes,
Our smoke player.
that's my player.
Coco, yes, no.
Coco.
Yep.
Right, and the usual
sharp.
combination, indeed.
Yep. I've got one last thing to say though.
Yeah, please.
Free the boys in Paris.
Okay, that's I won't say the word for it, but
Yeah.
fair enough. I know what you're saying. So guys in the chat, you probably know what he's saying as well. But yeah, man. All right, what's next for Sus?
We're gonna do VOT for next tournament, and
Yep.
we're gonna keep winning in LPLA, and we'll see how far we can go.
All right, man. Sounds good. Any last words from you, Vont?
No, I just congratulations. You guys have cemented yourself on the top of amateur, and I guess we're probably going to start seeing you in Evo pretty soon.
Hopefully, yes.
All right, man. Quentin, thank you very, very much. Best of luck further on in the season, and looking promising, I'll say.
Thank you.
Okay, you heard the guy, and right now, Sus, they're still going absolutely flawless in LPL Amateur, and looking to stay that way, given the performance we saw today from the #1 and #2 team. Goodness gracious, man. I don't know what else to say other than just team difference, perhaps.
Yeah, team diff, adaption diff, and I don't know, meta diff maybe is another way to put it. But yeah, definitely Sus cementing himself at the top of amateur.
Astra as well, you were saying the meta difference. Omen, he was good. Movement abilities, yeah, they're okay. But towards the end there, you saw that YOLO TP, very risky play. Didn't quite pay off, briefly. And now, okay, guys, if you want to make it into the higher tiers of Valorant, you have to play the overpowered and the stronger agents as they come into the meta, because that's why they exist. That's why all the the stronger teams, they're picking them up. And Vonti, any last words from you?
No, not at this point. I guess thank you very much to you for having me on again. It's always a pleasure and a privilege. And I'm sure you'll do all of the thank yous I would express. I'm sure you're about to do them.
Yep, and that's it from us, guys. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you like my content, you can follow me right here on Twitter and Twitch, DigitalCasts. I stream, I cast, whatever, all that nonsense. vonteeVAL as well. He's renamed himself for the 3rd time. And yeah, Tree Guardian. So you can follow him and see what he's up to in life. Of course, I understand that he's trying to actually break into more Valorant casting just to see what he gets to in Valorant. Maybe he's still playing as well. So LFT as well. vonteeVAL, hit the man up. He's a decent player. Used to be coach for Paradox. And of course, our lovely cameraman, Crash OBS, the premier observer in OC Valorant. Guys, that's all from us. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time.
See you later, guys.